Selena Gomez's billion-dollar empire is back in the headlines. But this time, it's not just about her music, her acting, or even her beauty line. Nope, it's about her marriage to Blanco and the massive financial gap between the two that has people talking nonstop. See, Selena isn't just a star anymore. She's a mogul. Her empire, fueled by rare beauty and years of successful projects, is valued at a jaw-dropping $1.3 billion. Meanwhile, her new husband, Blanco, sits on a very respectable fortune of around $50 million. Now, don't get it twisted. $50 million is life-changing money for anyone. But when you're standing next to a billion-dollar brand powerhouse like Selena, that gap looks huge to outsiders, and experts are weighing in. Financial advisor Bobby Rebel explained that while both Selena and Benny are successful and independent, marriage ties everything together in ways fans don't always realize. Even billionaires, she says, can run into trouble if one partner makes a bold financial move without the other's consent. Because when your net worth is sky high, your risks are sky high too. One wrong decision, one bad investment, and suddenly the stakes get very real. That's why prenups, financial planning, and legal protections become so important. Not because there's no love, but because the higher the fortune, the bigger the fallout if anything ever goes wrong. Now here's the twist. Some people automatically assume that because Selena's worth more, she'll be the one calling all the financial shots. But experts are quick to point out that Benny is no pushover. At 37, he's built a serious career of his own, producing tracks for megastars like Rihanna, Katy Perry, and Britney Spears. Not only that, but he's launched 2 record labels and built his own impressive real estate portfolio. So while Selena's empire might be bigger, Benny's no arm candy husband. He's been stacking his own wins for years. But while the dollar signs are staggering, experts say it's not the size of the bank accounts that will make or break Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's marriage. Matchmaker Sandra Myers, who has worked with her own billionaire-to-millionaire couples, explains that wealth gaps don't have to spell doom. If respect and communication are firmly in place from day one. In fact, she says some of her clients have found balance by keeping finances in separate lanes and focusing on trust. Money can be both a blessing and a curse, Myers warns, adding that without boundaries, wealth can become a weapon in a relationship. But in Gomez and Blanco's case, she insists the difference is unlikely to matter much in their daily lives. Relationship expert Dr. Wendy Walsh agrees, pointing out that the couple is part of a larger cultural shift, where men are no longer defining their worth by out-earning their partners. She draws parallels to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, where Kelce's millions are overshadowed by Swift's $1.6 billion empire, yet the power dynamic remains supportive rather than strained. Both guys are publicly adoring of their wives and their biggest cheerleaders. These men are role models for the changes we're seeing. Men who value love and partnership over paycheck competition, Walsh said. Still, therapist Thomas Westenholz cautions that unspoken resentment can creep in if couples avoid tough conversations about money and intimacy. But, he adds, Blanco's career, his record labels, and his real estate investments give him a foundation of independence that keeps him from being financially dependent on Selena. That independence, Westenholz explains, is crucial. It offsets potential power imbalances because self-worth isn't tied to a partner's fortune. Walsh circles back to agree, saying that Blanco's success in music and business, combined with his celebrity status, creative influence, and independence, ensures the marriage won't boil down to a billionaire wife, millionaire husband narrative. Identity and self-worth aren't always measured in dollars, she said. And while outsiders may assume that immense wealth eliminates money fights, experts warn that isn't always the case. Even the ultra-rich can clash over values, whether a $250,000 car is seen as an indulgence or a status symbol, or whether fortunes should be funneled into investments, philanthropy, or luxury. For ordinary couples, the takeaway isn't that money gaps are impossible to overcome, but that respect and communication matter far more than the numbers themselves. As matchmaker Sandra Myers explains, when trust is the foundation, both parties will feel respected and heard, regardless of whether there is a prenup or not. That's why, when Selena and Benny exchanged vows, a prenuptial agreement wasn't just expected, it was essential. Insiders revealed earlier this week that Selena entered the marriage with what was described as a watertight prenup, protecting the billion-dollar empire she has built over the years. Her rare beauty line, now valued at over $2.7 billion, was specifically safeguarded, along with her expansive real estate holdings and her lucrative music catalog spanning more than a decade of hits. This wasn't optional, a source stressed at the time. Selena built everything from the ground up. The prenup was about respect, not suspicion. Interestingly, while details of Selena's prenup have surfaced, Benny Blanco's side of the arrangement remains far more private. Experts believe it likely covers his own songwriting catalog, a collection that includes chart toppers for the likes of Ed Sheeran, Rihanna, Ariana Grande, and even Justin Bieber, as well as the revenues from his solo albums and his 2 record labels. His growing real estate portfolio is also thought to be protected. But the exact terms of his prenup have not been disclosed, adding an air of intrigue to their union. Financial advisor Bobby Rebel points out that even billionaires can run into trouble if one partner makes major financial moves without the other's consent. Higher net worth can also mean higher stakes if questionable choices are made, she explains. In that sense, prenups aren't just legal paperwork. They're a blueprint for how 2 financial empires can coexist without clashing. Relationship experts agree that the lesson for ordinary couples isn't about the dollar amounts, but about the principle. Trust, transparency, and respect matter more than the numbers on a bank statement. As matchmaker Sandra Myers puts it, when trust is the foundation, both parties will feel respected and heard, regardless of whether there is a prenup or not. And while much of the conversation around Selena and Benny's marriage has focused on wealth, prenups, and financial dynamics, it's important to remember that at the heart of it all, their wedding was about love, family, and deeply personal details. And nowhere is that clearer than in the intimate touches Selena brought to her bridal look, which she is now sharing with the world. Just days after the ceremony, Selena surprised fans with the launch of her Rare Beauty wedding kit, a carefully curated lip and cheek set inspired by her own wedding glam. Announcing the collection on October 2nd, the actress and entrepreneur revealed that the products featured were the very ones she wore during her big day. This wedding kit was my way of sharing a little piece of such an important, special, and beautiful day with y'all, Gomez wrote on Instagram alongside a heartfelt thank you to her Rare Beauty community. The announcement was paired with a dreamy photo dump that gave fans a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse into her bridal morning. In the candid shots, Selena's hair was styled into a chic, old Hollywood-inspired tucked bob with a deep side part, the perfect frame to highlight her dazzling diamond earrings. Her nails, done by longtime manicurist Tom Bachik, featured a soft angel manicure with coffin-shaped tips painted in a luminous milky chrome that elevated her bridal elegance. As for the kit itself, the collection is aptly named Something Rosy, a sweet nod to the Victorian-era wedding rhyme, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. This tradition, believed to bring prosperity and joy to newlyweds, has long been cherished by brides, and Selena put her own spin on it with products that carried both beauty and meaning. The set includes 3 of Rare Beauty's signature items alongside a soft blue makeup bag, each piece tied symbolically to the rhyme and to Selena's own journey down the aisle. Inside the Something Rosy kit, Selena carefully tied each product to the age-old bridal tradition of something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Her something old came in the form of Rare Beauty's beloved soft pinch tinted lip oil in Happy, a fan-favorite shade she's worn countless times before. The something new was the Kind Words matte lip liner in Committed, a fresh edition designed exclusively for this set. For her Something Borrowed, Selena chose the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush in Smitten, a shade that carries a deeply personal meaning. It's an homage to the very blush color her mother, Mandy Teefey, wore on her own wedding day. And finally, everything is tucked into a charming, puffy, pale blue makeup bag, which serves as the Something Blue and doubles as both a keepsake and a functional piece to keep the collection safe. The kit, priced at $67, is more than just makeup. It's a reflection of Selena's values. Every penny of profit from sales will be donated to the Rare Impact Fund, the social initiative she launched to expand access to mental health resources and education around the world. For Selena, beauty has never been just about glamour. It's about connection, empowerment, and giving back to the community that has supported her every step of the way. Though no official cutoff date has been revealed for this limited edition drop, fans are already rushing to get their hands on it. And it's no surprise, this isn't just a beauty collection, it's a heartfelt piece of Selena's wedding day, one that allows fans to share in the joy of her new chapter while also contributing to a greater cause.